Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your MIAA Swimming and Diving Championship. This is your host, Jean-Luc Miralda, head diving coach here for Michigan Lakeshore Aquatics. And today we're inviting you to watch our women's 1 meter 6 dive optionals finals. Diving first today from Calvin University, Hannah Duesberg. Diving second from Kalamazoo College, Sophie Santos. Diving third from Hope College, Michaela Sanders. Diving fourth from Kalamazoo College, Sam Vanderbilt. Diving fifth from Hope College, Sophia Farb. Diving sixth from Kalamazoo College, Eve Petrie. Diving seventh from Calvin University, Abigail Morris. And diving eighth from Hope College, Abby Coops. I think you guys are in today for a great round of diving. We got some great warm-up for those of you guys who are around here. It's going to definitely be an interesting afternoon. Sophia and Eve and Abigail all come really close on their voluntaries this morning. And they're starting off with a great score. Abby Coops here starting her first round on a 174 for her voluntaries. Morris, Petrie, and Farb all starting really close to each other, 170s, 160. So it should be a nice contest seeing all the way down to the last dive. So we're going to keep you guys posted as we go, kind of review a few of these dives as we go. We want to welcome you guys wherever you're tuning in for this diving session. All right, and let's get this party started here. We're gonna have Hannah from Calvin University diving first. She'll be doing a 104B. That is a front double pike. Degree of difficulty 2.3. You can tell a little bit there with her start. She was a little bit back on the board, but she was able to control that double pike.
Hang on for a minute, she's got a problem. She can't handle the score here.
She was able to put that double pike a little bit short in here, so let's see what the judges are actually going to give into this round.
Judges award 31.
All right, and the judges award 31.05. That's a 4.5 across the board. Judging panel seems to be pretty entitled today, pretty together. And now we got Sophie Santos here coming up from Kalamazoo. She's going to do a 52.31D. That's a 2.1. That's a back 1.5 with a half twist. 2.1 round one here. She's starting off with a 135.25 after her voluntaries this morning. Nice looking top there. Pushed the board really well. Upped up those hands just a little bit early on the bottom, so missed a little bit of that rip, but the judges still agreed. 5.5, 6 is on the board. And that was Michaela Sanders from Hope College here, doing a front double tuck, and the judges agree that's a 6.5 in there for judge number 3. And now we got Sam Vanderbilt from Kalamazoo College. She'll be doing the same dive as Michaela, 104C, front double tuck, 2.2. Nice looking arm swing on the top, rode the board very well. Let's see what the judges think here. And that's going to be a 7, 7.5, and a 6.5. That was a beautiful score. And up next here was Sophia from Hope College. Doing the front double as well, just a little bit longer than she wanted. A nice little 5 there, 5, 4.5. Really tall, really strong. And now we got Eve coming up from Kalamazoo. And up next, this is going to be Abigail Morris from Calvin University. She'll be doing a 104B, trying to sneak away that extra 0.1 DD. Gets great board work there. A little off to the angle to the left. Let's see what the judges think on this one. It was a great height, good control, 5.5 since 6. That's a 39.10. And here comes your top seed from this morning with her voluntary, starting at a 174.50. She's doing a 50.23D. That's a back somersault, 1.5 twist. Beautiful top. Do you see that control right off that diving board? Push that board accurately. And the judging panel agrees, 48.3 total. That's a 7, 7.5. And here we go, round number 2. Hannah's going to get the party started here. All right, and Hannah's going to take it off here. She's at a 176.60 starting into this round, 403B. It's an inward 1.5 pike, 2.4 DD. She does really well on that takeoff, engages that board nice and early. Get that arm swing in the right spot. A little bit short on the bottom, landed on her shoulders a bit. And judges go a little bit on a 5, 5.5, and a 6 in there, 42 points. A good dive nonetheless. And now it's Sophie Santos from Kalamazoo College with a 103B, a front 1.5 pike. Beautiful looking bottom there, nice and squeezed out. Great line, a little anxious on her start. Got her arm swinging just a little bit early, but the judges are going to give it to her 7 and a 6.5 in there. It's a great dive overall. Joining us now is Michaela Sanders from Hope College, 198.05 before the start of this round. She's doing a back 1.5 tuck 2.0. We saw these on warm-up. Let's see how we do here. She needs to engage that board with a lot of power and ride all that power through her toes into her core and look for that height and get speed just like that. Just like that. That was an incredible top for her. Traditionally looking a little bit short, but there we go. That's exactly what we were talking about. All right, and it was Sam here from Kalamazoo doing a back 1.5 pike, gotten 36 points out of that. A great top, blowed up just a little bit on the bottom. Looked like those hands didn't get up there on time, but nonetheless, a fantastic start. And now it's Sophia Farb here from Hope College with a 403C, 2.2 DD, and we're 1.5. See how she gets that top. A great top, a little further back from an inward where we want to be, but overall, crowd looks to love it. Let's see what the judges think. Overall, all sevens. The first bingo here, 46.2. And we got Eve here, starting at 2:12.20 after this round. She's going reverse 1.5. As you could ask every diver, reverses are not everybody's favorite, but Eve manages to put this one in. Beautiful top, nice engagement on that tuck. She got a 5.5 on this one, 1.6 in there, 34.65. Abigail Morris now following up from Calvin University. She's doing a front 2.5 tuck. With another great top, riding that board really well all the way through that dive. A little bit off here on her landing. Her arms didn't get all the way through to the top, but still landing off on that 5.5s all throughout, 39.6. And up next, this is Abigail Coops, the diver from Hope College. Dove at Forest Hills as well, doing it inward 1.5 pike, 2.4, coming in 222.80. Let's see if she can get the top here. Beautiful top. A little off to the right side here of the board from our angle, but we're also looking from behind. Let's see what the judges think. It was a great speed, and they're going to agree. We got a 7, 8, and a 6.5 in there, 49.2. Up next, we got Hannah Biesbrook from Calvin University. She's coming into this round with a 2:18.60. She's doing a back 1.5 pike, 2.3 DD. Again, we're looking for that nice engagement off the diving board. This dive is all about how you work that board. Ah, with a great, beautiful pike. Wow. Top looking really great. Just a little bit over that pike position at the end of that. Hold on a little bit too long. Got that 4, 3.5, and a 5 in there. And up next, we got Sophie Santos from K College. Sophie was a great takeoff there. A little bit over of an arch before she got engaging into that straight position. I apologize. Still got the 30 points there. She's got 6 on the board. Looking good with that stand-up and finished it off really nicely. Now we got Michaela here from Hope College. She'll be doing a 302C, a reverse flip tuck for a 1.6 DD. And a great, nice little controlled flip on that. That dive tends to be a little bit harder if you get a little bit too much speed from the get-go. Well, judges agree, 5s and 5.5s on the board. And now we got Sam going on. Sam's going to be doing a 303C, that back reverse 1.5 for a 2.1 tuck. Let's see how we ride this board. Great stand-up, beautiful finish as well. Very confident on that kick out. And the judges seem to agree, 43.05 out of that dive, 7s overall with a 6 and a 6.5 in there. And Sophia with a gorgeous reverse 1.5, 7.5s overall on that dive. And now we got Eve from Kalamazoo with a 403B inward 1.5 pike. In this dive, we're looking for that forward momentum a little bit here. You gotta be cautious about throwing your shoulders in front of that board, but also moving your hips in the right direction to be able to engage that board enough so that the board pushes your hips and your hands engage through. A beautiful dive overall, a little slower than she probably wanted, but 6.5, 45.6 all throughout. Up next, Abigail Morris from Calvin with a fantastic top on her inward 1.5 pike here. Good stretch, good top. A little bit at the bottom here, but 48 points overall. Good 6.5, I would agree. A great top on that, and great pike movement as well. Now it's Abigail Coops from Hope College. Front double pike, holding on to her lead. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, a great top. Nice long extension, a little slower than we were looking for here for a front double pike. But the judges agree that's a 6.7 and a 6.5 in there, 47.15. And now we go into round number 4. We're starting to get into the hard dives here for everybody. Divers tend to put in their strong suits on the front. And in the middle here on the back, they put the divers that they don't like, and they finish off usually with a dive that they really thoroughly enjoy. So we got these next 2 rounds that are either going to be the divers what they love or what they really hate. Hannah here with a 303C. That's a reverse 1.5 tuck for a 2.1, starting the round with a 248.50. And she'll be getting a 4.5, 5.5, 5.5, 6, and a 5.5, 34 points overall on that dive. A great top movement, a little bit off here with a twister, but she still snuck away into that nice looking bottom with that beautiful control. So here we go, Sophie Santos now from Kalamazoo. She'll be doing a 302C. We saw this earlier from Michaela, looking for that easy stand up and nice in control, which she did. And the judges are going to give her a 6 here, 28.80. And now we got Michaela Sanders from Hope College with a 402C inward flip tuck for a 1.6. And the judges are going to agree on what? 31.20, 6.5 overall. Great stand-up and a good confident kick-out. When you're landing on your feet here, particularly for any feet position entry, we're looking for a nice, confident kick-out. We want to make sure you know exactly where that dive is so the judges can pay you for it. We're looking for stand-ups, we're looking for control, and we're looking to make sure that, again, you know what you are doing. If I see a small tuck out or a small kick out here that comes through your hips, I will not think that you knew exactly where you were going. So we see Sam here with a 403B, beautiful speed out of it, great pike position as a matter of fact. There you go, judges are giving that a 6.5, 7. And now we got Sophia here with a 203C, back 1.5 tuck. Soph coming in with a 291.65. Nice, beautiful top. Came out just a little bit earlier, but was committed on that kick out. Love the movement. Judges are going to give that a combined 4, 4.5s. And now it's Eve with the same 203C with a much better kick out on the top. Great extension on the stand up. And up next, we got Abigail Coops here from Hope College doing By far the hardest dive in this competition today for the ladies. It's a front 2.5. Tuck. Oh, and she gets that beautiful looking top. Got it moving the right way. Looked a little bit short on that kick out, but she still snuck it in. 6.5 all throughout, 46.8 for her. And up next we got Hannah for round number 5. She's starting this round with a 283.15. She is doing a back somersault half twist. Beautiful stand-up, gorgeous twister position. She looked so tight in the air. That was so good. Just a little bit over-spotted. Got a lot of speed out of his feet. Couldn't look like she was trying to go onto her head. But nonetheless, judges gave that 4 in there. And Sophie Santos taking away a 39.6 here with all 6s on that last dive. That inward 1.5 for Sophie was beautiful takeoff. Great rip on the bottom as well. And now we got Michaela here doing the same dive, 403C. Again, as we talked about this earlier, we want to stay a little bit more lean forward on the diving board. We want to make sure we engage that board early because all your power goes down through those legs and into that push. And Michaela doing just that. Came out a little bit earlier than she anticipated, but held on tight to that position. And she's going to go with a 6, 6.5, 6, and getting that 40.7. Up next is a Sam from Kalamazoo College. Sam doing, again, probably the hardest dive, as a matter of fact. From this competition, this is an inward double, a 404C. It could score her a load of points here. If we can get the proper movement right off that board, and we saw it at warm-up, she's strong. And she did it. She made it right through all the way. Great top. Came out a little bit earlier than she wanted again. Spotted that board well, though, but getting 5s all around and getting those 42 points as she wanted. It's Sophia here. Let's see if we can make a recovery from our previous back 1.5. She's going to do a back somersault 1.5 twister. 316.65 her current score. Nice top, good squeeze, and a great overall square dot dive. She got the right top on that, a little bit over, but the judges agree 6s all around, 41.4. And now we got Eve here. Eve from Kalamazoo doing a 52.23D back somersault 1.5 twist as well. Great top. Again, beautiful engagement right off that board. A little bit off to her shoulder here, just kind of giving us the inclination that her core is a little loose. And she's just a little bit, it looks like a judge there, judge 4, spotted a little bit of an either over twist or too much sideness, going 5.5s and 3.5s. And now we got Abigail Morris with a reverse 1.5 tuck. A good top overall. Missed a little bit of the extension of her hands. Judges are going to give her a 5.5, 6 on this dive, 39.9. And now Abigail Coops, your leader, coming into tonight, 303C. Let's see the reverse 1.5, same dive. And Coops sneaks away a 6.5 in that dive. Getting off her 49 points all throughout. And now we start the last round of diving. Round number 6. It's Hannah starting us with a 3. With a 51.22 front somersault full twist. Already on a 303.55. She's going to be getting here. A squirt through 5, 4.5 5s here, 27.5. And now we got Sophie Santos here, 305.65, just a little bit ahead of Hannah. She's going to be doing a back somersault 1.5 twister as well. As I mentioned earlier, divers tend to put their favorite dive here at the end, something that they know they can put in consistently, something that they know they can just enjoy doing. Sophie putting her 1.5 twister. Very well, legs a little bit split open for her twisting position. Sophie Santos here with a 5.5 in that last round. We got a panel misfire here on Judge 4. They're resetting that score there. And the corrected score will be shown up here on the screen in a minute. And she's going to be getting 35.65 points out of that one, going to 341.30. We want to thank all of you guys for joining us today. As we continue here for round number 6. Round number 6, Michaela Sanders coming in with a 332.75 now. Let's see if she can finish this off. Looking to move a few spots up with a front somersault full twist. This is a 1.9. A great top and nice control on that twisting position. And the judges are going to be going here a 5.5 all throughout, 31 points for her. And now we got Sam. She'll be doing a back somersault 1.5 twist, a 2.3 DD. Sam coming into this round with 365.65. Also moving to try to get up on the board here. Great engagement right off the top. A little bit overwashed on the bottom. Let's see what the judges think here. 5.4s, a 397.85, a regional cut for her. And her team erupts here with yells and screams. You got it. And Sophia now 358.05, going in for the front flip double twist. A great top with a little bit off of the side here. The judges are going to be giving that a mixed awards, 4.5, 5s. And now we got Eve here from Kid College. She'll be doing 51.24, same dive as Sophia just did. On this dive, we're looking, if you're landing on your feet, to get easy feet engagement, but don't forget about them. And you want to make sure that your core stays nice and tight all the way so you don't get that sideways momentum that both of these divers just got. You can tell the shoulders are dipping a little bit. Eve also going with a 6.5 here, getting 40 points, breaking over her 400 mark. Abigail Morris here, now 376 coming into the last round. She's doing a front 1.5 full twist. A good-looking start there. Feet kind of came apart a little bit here on the start, but I don't think the judges were able to see that. That's a 6.5, 41.8 points out of that. And closing us up here was our 3-meter champion, Abigail Coops. And Abigail Coops is going to close it up with a 203B, 2.3 DD, sitting at 411.10. She's just got to be able to put it on her head, and she does that just nicely. Abigail Coops is going to be crowned your MIAA 1-meter champion and 3-meter champion, going a 7, 7.5, 6.5. And again, we want to thank you guys for joining us today at the MIAA Swimming and Diving Championships hosted here at the Holland Aquatic Center. My name is John Luke Miralda, and it was a pleasure being your host. Until next time.